Hi everyone, it's Lindsay and it's day 287 of my weight loss diary. This week I'm going to try and reduce this number by weighing it on video. Hi everyone, I just thought I would share with you today a little bit of my weight history over the years. I'm going to tell you where I've been, where I am now, and where I will be going. Bibbi, pay attention to the squirrel, buddy. No one wants your butthole in the video. Go over there. Get your squirrel. Look, it's your squirrel. Get your squirrel. When I was a child, I was pretty much a thin child. I played video games, but I was also very active and played a lot with the neighborhood kids. I had a very good childhood. I did sports, I played soccer, basketball, and just generally ran around a lot. I did have a very awkward puberty phase, but I think that's pretty typical, so I was a little bit chubby when I was like 12 to 14. In high school, I was thin. My weight was around 125 to 135, kind of in that range. And I wore size 7 or size 9 clothing in juniors. But I thought I was fat back then. I think a lot of us did whenever we were teenagers. We thought we were overweight when we weren't. I think there was a lot more pressure between, the 17 magazine, the YM, like all of those telling you how to lose weight or how to, all that crap. And then the fact that everyone else, well, not everyone else, but a lot of other people your age were thin. I remember complaining about my weight to my mom, and she said one day, "You're going to really be overweight and you're going to regret it." And she was right. It's kind of funny the things you remember like that. And in high school, I did play softball, I did weight training class, team sports. I was fairly active. So after high school was when I really started to pack on the pounds. Holy crap, Bibbi. I've been trying to retape this segment multiple times, and I really should probably just put him in another room. Because he's ridiculous. And he's going to knock down my notes. So after high school is when I really started to pack on the pounds. I started college, and I really didn't have the maturity to go to college. So what would happen is I would sleep in the morning, my mom would yell at me to wake up and go to school. I would get up, just throw on clothes, and then I would go to Hardee's drive-thru and eat breakfast sandwiches in their parking lot until my class time was over with. And then I would go back home. And later in the evenings I'd be hanging out with my friends and we'd go to Jack in the Box or McDonald's or something like that. And so I was eating a lot of fast food because I had a bit more freedom, being 19, 20, around that age. I just wasn't eating the right things. During that time frame, this was before Google. This was, 1998 to the early 2000s. So there wasn't a lot of easily accessible information, at least not to the degree that it is now. So I didn't really understand, because I wasn't eating a lot of food, that it was just I was eating a lot of calories, a lot of the wrong kinds of food. So on average in my 20s, I would say my weight was probably in the 170 to 190 range. Flash forward to my late 20s, and I did lose some weight and got down to the 160s for a brief spell. But then I went on medication because I was having issues with panic attacks and anxiety. And when I was on that medication, I put on over 50 pounds. And that was when I reached my highest weight, which was somewhere between 215 and 230. Okay, I'm going to briefly interrupt this video. I just want to show you the most accurate depiction of me at my heaviest, because I think it will be inspiring to see that you can change. This is one of those photos that I just want to burn and never show to anyone. I was too scared to put it in the thumbnail, but I'm putting it right here for a moment. But I was definitely at my biggest. It was not comfortable. I remember having a lot of leg pain, like foot pain. I'd have to wear cushions in my shoes. You bend over and you can feel your stomach in the way. It was just not comfortable, and you kind of just feel like that's not me. That's not who I am. I don't think anyone feels like they're a fat person or an overweight person. And then you see pictures of yourself and you're like, that's not me. I want to be more like who I feel like I am on the inside. I do not regret taking the medication because I was having panic attacks on a regular basis and I was not functioning very well at that time. However, I've learned other ways to deal with my anxiety, and that gave me the space to learn those new skills, and I decided to taper off the medication. After getting off the medication, I started to lose the weight, at least a little bit. That was also the time I went and started going to a personal trainer who I have been going to for, I guess it's been 9 years now, something like that. That's been very beneficial for me to help me stay active. Also, when I was 35, I did have a brief stint where I played roller derby. It was the best workout ever, and the only reason I left is because I injured my knees, but I do not regret it. I met so many great people, some that I still talk to today. So being active has never been an issue for me. I've always been active throughout my life. The issue for me has always been eating the right foods. That brings me to where I am today. So I'm going to tell you where I am today. We're going to go to the weigh-in right now. I had started the week at 158.4, but I was trying to beat my weight of 156.6, and now I'm at a new low weight of 155.2. I am very excited. I kind of dipped my calories extra low this week. I think my average was just over 1,200 calories a day. Not something I want to do every week, but I just was feeling very motivated, and I've been trying to eat healthier, less prepackaged stuff. Was really wanting to make some progress. So I think that's what led to the success this week. So currently at 155.2, and just for the record, I am 40 years old. I turned 40 in April, and I'm 5'5", and I currently wear size 12. So you may wonder, what is my goal weight? I don't even know what my goal weight is. I know that a healthy weight range for me is 125 to 150. And obviously I'm getting pretty close to the 150, which is pretty exciting because this is my lowest weight in like probably about 18 years. I'm not really sure. I don't have records going that far back, but I just know I want to get between 125 and 150, and it probably is somewhere in the middle is where I'm assuming, like 135 is probably where I will settle in. I'm not really sure. It's going to be more about what my body looks like, and yeah, it's going to be more where what my body looks like, because I feel like I'm looking pretty good now, but I don't know if this is going to show up very well in video, but let me just kind of show you. I carry my weight in my midsection, and with clothes on, I'm not too shabby. But I definitely have a lot of fat that I carry right here. Now the rest of my body, I feel like is pretty decent. It's just the midsection's where I carry my weight. And now that I'm losing weight, some of my muscles are starting to show, which is kind of exciting because I've been lifting weights forever. I feel better than I've felt in years. I feel really healthy, and I have a decent amount of energy. At least physically healthy. Sometimes, you know, the way things are, I just kind of go back and forth. So yeah, that's where I've been. This is where I am, and that's where I'm going. So if you've made it this far, please take a moment to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. I post every single Monday. I weigh in on video every week. My channel is all about slow, sustainable weight loss. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing, and hopefully what I'm doing inspires you in some way. I'm in no way trying to tell you what to do, just maybe some of the things I do will give you some ideas. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week.